Welcome back. It's great to see you all again. I hope that you all had a good half-term break. Firstly, I want to say a huge well done to every child and family for doing their very best with their learning at home. I hope that during the half-term break, you were all able to reflect on the amazing efforts your children and you have shown. Today, my assembly will be about hope. One of the hardest things for all of us at the moment is how we are able to cope with the situation that we are in. We might not be able to see our friends as much. We might not be able to see our family as much. We might not be able to go out as much. And that can be incredibly difficult. But if we have hope, if we can be optimistic, and if we can see the good things that we have and the opportunities that are coming, I know that we will be able to get through this together. I am really hopeful because I get to see week in, week out, all of the fantastic work that you are all doing, learning at home each and every day. During the half-term week, I have been making sure that I've been getting outside either in the garden or on my daily walks. It has been the perfect opportunity to see the plants and flowers which are already starting to grow. I have seen these. Have you seen flowers like this before? Where? Does anyone know what they are called? That's right. These are snowdrops and they come out very early in the new year, a sign that spring is coming. Count the petals of the flowers shown in the picture. How many can you see? What words would you use to describe the flowers? Do you know the names of any other flowers that come in spring? Daffodils, hyacinths, crocuses, bluebells and primroses. Keep an eye out for these flowers in the days to come. It is not spring yet, it's still winter, but once we see the first snowdrops, it's a sign spring is on the way. Here's a story about the very first snowdrop of all.
It was the middle of winter. The north wind howled. Snow and icy rain lashed the frozen earth. This was a dark part of the year with long freezing nights and short cold days, and everything seemed dead. But under the earth, a snowdrop was alive and waiting. She was warm and snug inside her bulb, but the little flower was not happy. I want to stretch, she said. I want to reach up into the world. I want to open up my petals and feel the fresh air. The snowdrop pushed at the walls of her bulb, but she wasn't strong enough to break them open. A winter sunbeam threw a shaft of light through a crack in the earth. The snowdrop felt the light and called out, "Help me! I'm trapped inside this bulb. Come and help me to open the door." "I can't," said the sunbeam. "I'm too weak. Wait until spring. Then I'll be stronger. Then I can help you. Spring's the time for little flowers like you. Be patient." But the snowdrop could not be patient. Her bulb, which had always been her safe, warm home, now felt like a prison. "I can't wait for spring," she said. "If the sunbeam can't help me, I'll have to escape all by myself." She pushed at the walls of her bulb, and this time the bulb gave way and the snowdrop was able to push out a green shoot which slowly, painfully made its way up towards the light. At the end of the shoot was a tiny white flower. The snowdrop turned its face to the sun and was born. But as evening came, the sunbeams disappeared behind dark clouds. The air grew colder. Night fell, and the snowdrop felt flakes of snow. "Oh, look," said the north wind. "Look who's arrived. Silly little flower. You've come up too soon." "You wouldn't listen, would you?" said the snow. "You only had to wait a few more weeks, then I'd have been gone. But look at you here all by yourself. You won't last the night." As darkness fell, the snowdrop became frightened. Perhaps the north wind was right. Perhaps she had come out too soon. Perhaps she was too tiny to survive the freezing night. The snowdrop shivered, but the little flower had more strength than she knew. She lifted up her face to the cold, dark sky and said, "I came out because I was ready, because it was the right time, and if I die tonight in the cold, then at least I will die happy." The snowdrop shut her eyes and slept. All around her the winds howled and a winter storm raged. But although she was tiny, the snowdrop was strong, and when the first sunbeams of morning arrived, they saw that the snowdrop was still alive. It was a beautiful day. It was cold, but the sky was blue. The snowdrop heard voices coming towards her. A little girl was walking with her mother in the winter sunshine. "Oh, look," said the girl. "It's a little white flower." "It's a snowdrop," said her mother. "Can I pick it and take it home?" said the girl. "No," said her mother. "The snowdrop is a special, very brave little flower. It comes at the end of winter to remind us that spring will be with us soon. None of the other flowers are brave enough to come out now when the air is so cold." "Will other snowdrops come?" asked the girl. "Yes," said her mother. "Soon there will be lots of snowdrops, then crocuses, then bluebells and buttercups, and by summer the whole world will be full of flowers. But this little one, this little snowdrop, she is the first sign of spring." The little girl and her mother went on their way. The snowdrop stood happily in the winter sunshine, proud to be the first sign of spring.
Why do you think the snowdrop wanted to reach up into the world? How do you think the snowdrop felt when she was in her bulb under the ground? How do you think she felt when she was growing? How do you think she felt when the storm came? How do you think she felt the next day? What makes you think this? Imagine acting out the snowdrop's journey in life. Curl up tight and then gradually grow up, bursting through the earth. You could be rocked by the storm and finally open up your petals to the sun of the new day. What can we learn from the snowdrop's story? What is her message to all of us? Yes, the snowdrop is brave. She doesn't let the north wind scare or bully her. She stands up for herself. She is true to herself. Despite the challenges she faces, she keeps growing. When the little girl sees the snowdrop, her mum tells her that there are positive changes ahead, such as warmer weather, spring is beginning, and so on. Despite everything seeming grey and bleak, there is colour appearing. What good things do you want to do with your life? At the beginning of the year, people would have made resolutions, promises to themselves about the good things that they want to do. You may have already made yours. Like the snowdrop, decide in your head on one good thing that you would like to do this year. Seeing new life and plants grow give us a sense of hope, something which helps us to see that there is a positive, happy change happening. Something else which has been giving people hope is the vaccine for coronavirus. You may have been hearing about this on the news, or you may have been told by a family member that vaccinations are happening. One of your family members may already have had this. So what is a vaccine? A vaccine is a type of medicine that doesn't make you better, but keeps you from getting sick in the first place. It does this by teaching your body to fight off germs like viruses. Vaccines are like putting on a seatbelt when you get in a car. The seatbelt keeps you safe if you should get into an accident, and by putting it on no matter what, you will always be prepared for the worst. Vaccines help your body be prepared for the disease. This week, we will also be finding out from the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, what might be happening next. This will also include what the government hopes can happen for the return of children to school. I hope that we will all be able to be back to school soon when we are told it is safe to do so. Let's take time to reflect. The vaccine has brought us hope to protect people from the virus and a promise of good things to come. The snowdrop is a sign of hope and new beginnings and a promise of good things to come too. Think to yourself about the good things we can all do in this hopeful new year. Think to yourself about the good things you can do. Take care, everyone. Keep safe. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care. Bye.